Another show. What up, G Spotters? Welcome to another famous episode of Courtney G Spot. I'm your host, Courtney G, and thank you for being here. We are live. This is how we do what we do. Give us a like, subscribe, join the conversation. We've got people in the audience already waiting in line to be here. We have a lot to talk about tonight. Some things just happened in the world. If you saw the description, you understand my feelings and our feelings, the whole world's feelings at this point. We're just kind of over this. We're ready to get back along. Everything we see, everybody's talking about. We're tired. We just want to unite. We want to do this. So if we collectively, as a whole, can come together and accomplish this goal, we can move forward. Accept the election, whatever side you're on, voting, non-voting, I don't care. Just let's go back to the time when we accepted opinions from other people and we collaborated to create a future that is awesome.
You think?
That's DC, by the way. No introduction necessary. He's got the mic
right now. What's up, guys?
Off this point, he's going to leap right into it. We do that, by the way. We go straight into it, trying to keep the attention because we want you to join the community, join what we're talking about. Bringing the world together, uniting the good with the bad. On to the point of what we're already talking about, right into it tonight. DC with the mic.
Like, subscribe, join the conversation. Anyways, you think that we were kind of wrong in saying people shouldn't talk behind people's back? Like, maybe it wasn't so bad that somebody said something stupid, and then you went home and you just kind of bitched about it to somebody like, oh, Ray was so stupid today, you can't believe what he said.
Get it off your chest so you don't have to worry about it.
Instead of fighting with Ray over his dumbass point.
On his picture on the internet, now you've got 40 other people chiming in on stuff they don't know the details about, so now they have to argue with them to try to point them out that you're right when their opinion doesn't matter because they're not involved in the conversation in the first place. You see what the complexities are there?
Maybe we weren't wrong about just talking behind people's backs.
Just go yell at a mirror into a pillow, go scream at your boyfriend for a little bit. Susan at work, she's an a-hole. I don't like the way she talks to me. Let's do it that way.
Or, what did you do when you didn't like somebody back in the day?
Ignored them.
Exactly. Maybe you could just not talk to them, not worry about it. Don't make it your business.
Yeah, whenever you just didn't like, subscribe, or join their conversation. You just ignored what they were, and you went to go find someone who you could relate to on the other side of the block. And you go over there and you ride your bike to the other house.
Just like anybody that clicks in here and watches it for 30 seconds and says, not me.
Not you. Well, then you don't belong here. You people that stick around and can relate to what we're talking about. This is our goal. Again, uniting the world.
We're not mad at you guys that don't get it. That's fine.
That's your thing. Yeah, go find your channel.
Just like you didn't care about us. That's fine.
Go watch people squish food if that's your thing, because that's the stupid.
You're gonna alienate a whole.
I don't whatever. It's just
including your co-host.
You don't like that.
Now I don't watch the actual guy, but there is this Facebook group on Facebook where it's just random people. And they just squish random things. Sometimes it gets funny. This one guy squished peanuts into peanut butter, like stuff like that. But I do find this whole trend of food squishing fairly entertaining. I mean, how many times have you been eating something and just said, I wonder, if I just...
Okay, maybe we should just go to watch people squish food instead of fighting. I'll accept that as an alternative to racism and riots in the streets. Can we accept that as an agreement instead of down with whitey or whatever, hatred towards anybody the opposite gender?
All right, let's
watch people squish
bring up
food.
my friend, a very good white friend of mine, has a black friend, and he's not like his best friend or anything.
Oh, just a related
friends. You can call him up and bullshit with him.
Hang out
too.
Friends, I understand those kind of friends.
It's not like they see each other very often.
Some of them every now and then.
Yeah. Anyways, but he's very deep in his roots. He's still very offended by the white person.
Oh, the black guy.
The black guy. By the white people.
Okay.
That such thing went on, and they failed to acknowledge the fact that It should be you saying sorry to me every day for what your ancestors did.
Right.
And, that even as the other black guy in the room, it does get a little annoying sometimes. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying, I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, it's 100 years ago, but, my issue is the people that still think that way. I'm not saying you should give me anything because once upon a time somebody of my same skin color was very rudely treated. That doesn't benefit them. That doesn't do anything for them. That doesn't change anything that happened.
We barely teach history anymore.
Right.
Why are we dwelling on it? Why can we not understand that we're not moving backwards? We're literally moving forward in time, and you're aging. So tomorrow you're going to be older than today. So the crap that happened today, yes, it does affect tomorrow. We just can't. Together we got to move forward.
Just for clarification, here's an
Unity.
example.
Unity, people. Oh,
Here's an example of what does offend me.
go.
The other day,
Like that shit. The sticker. The thing I said.
that was very random. We'll talk about that.
We'll talk about it.
So the other day I was driving off to sell an RC car to somebody off in the woods somewhere. And I was driving through places, and what offends me is I know I can't stop in these places. Like if I was running out of gas, I better not stop here.
And that is the stupidest shit about.
That's what offends me.
That offends me. And I'm not even, I can stop anywhere. Well,
Not Florida.
reverse that.
It's like in Florida. I learned this the other day that apparently reverse racism, if you want to call it that, is very wild.
There's certain
Florida.
parts of major cities I've definitely been told not to hang out in as my skin color by myself.
Which still, as somebody who's dealt with plenty of racism in his life, still blows my mind that you could deal with racism. Like, I understand it.
It's nearly as rampant. I will never
Right.
feel that. Never, ever, ever will I ever compare the racism or any sort of segregation. I wouldn't even call it racism. I would call it more of a segregation on my part because I don't know. I don't feel the hate. I don't feel. Again, the same thing I talked about in a previous episode when we were talking about the difference between the black power groups and the white power groups. The white power groups is coming from a I am a better than you white power place. The black power hate towards the other side is coming from a held down, tired of being held down kind of place. So I can see where the two battle and conflict with each other on the perspective side. Neither should exist, but they do.
Yeah.
I don't agree with either one of them. I love everybody. You should get that if you paid attention and you've already subscribed and you've already liked. If you're in the audience tonight, thank you for being here. Thank you, future people for being here. I've already noticed we had 3, we lost 1. Something, I must have pissed somebody off. That happens every now and then.
I figured Sunday was going to be a slow night.
Sunday, slow night. Everybody get used to this.
Come back in the future.
We're going to try and do this on Sundays. We're both a little bit more, or I'm personally a little bit more free. I'm off a little bit earlier on than I have to work.
We definitely switched it up. If you're a long-time viewer, we definitely started. We only did Fridays or Saturdays when we started.
Friday or Saturday, something like that.
Something like that.
And then we tried it 2 days.
Fridays. And then, we went Monday and Friday. I think we tried a Saturday once. We did special occasions.
We've done it Thursday. We've done it Wednesday.
That one show that your mama didn't like was on a random day.
Yeah, I don't remember that day.
But
we literally hit every day of the week.
For sure.
So again, we are.
Have we? Yeah, we have done Tuesday. Why didn't we have tacos?
We need tacos.
Next Tuesday we're doing tacos.
Okay, next time we're going Tuesday. We are a little bit random. We understand.
I was gonna say
sometimes
circle back to the racism.
So I'm getting there. Sometimes our perspective is a little bit random, and what we come in with is a little bit random. But we try to stay on topic in the world. And sometimes I see things that piss me off. Like I posted on my Instagram this picture. I'll let you speak. You want me to talk that? And then
you go ahead.
Okay. I went to a park where children play, and no need for hatred or any anger to ever enter a park area at all. And here is on a picnic table a sticker that I posted this picture. Is that the cat? I posted this picture on my Instagram at babyjesus816. It's a never apologize for being white sticker. Now, it was already a little scratched up and torn, and I took care of the rest. But my problem with these sticker creations, first of all, why does these stickers need to be created? We already get that nobody should apologize for either side of being the race they are. They are who they are because their parents are who they are and their parents who they are. So nobody should apologize for anything. Second of all, this creation just creates more hatred because now all these people are doing is creating an opposing point and another slogan to run racism, hatred after from the other side. So creating this and posing, especially at a park. Now you got kids that can read, that can walk up and see this on a park bench next to the swing set, and now they got to talk to the parents about this crap. And nobody under the age of 18, 20, nobody should deal with this, but no kid should have to deal with this. No kid should be. I have purposely made it a point to never, up to this 9 years of my life, have never once, when pointing out people in a crowd, ever said the white or the black or this or that or this. I've said the one with the red shirt, the green hat, the black shoes, the orange pants. I have never once pointed out a physical attribute to separate that in his head. There's a separation. He himself has recognized shades. That's an obvious. People can recognize color. It's just acknowledging and using that in a hating manner. I don't agree with it. I just don't get it. We all see it. We all know we all look different. We can't, that's silly to say, I don't see color. No, it's I don't acknowledge color. It's what it should, to me, it's what it should be.
So, on that same wavelength, in aspect of, again, for people not already aware, I am black and Mexican.
Did you know that? No, you probably did.
Children.
You knew people.
But
with a white lady.
Anyways, so
she's probably
I tried not to acknowledge it again, as you did not. Obviously,
with your children.
As the kids got older, they're going to ask or wonder why we look extremely different.
Yeah.
My girlfriend is basically a vampire.
She looks like a porcelain doll.
Most people mistake me for a Puerto Rican.
Especially when he shaves his head.
Oh yeah, that's about to happen. But anyways, so but at a very young age, it was taught to my child by society that he is black and he is different than everybody else.
And that's you people's fault that can't just
right. And now again, we are located in the good state of Arkansas. It's a nice state overall. But
beautiful looking state.
Yeah, for sure. And there's like a good amount of good people here.
There's a good handful of people. We've met several.
But anyways, it was still very.
But when you go away from, we're in a sort of a city. I mean, our population is 75,000, so we're in a city and city-esque large town environment, and they call it Bay Chill, so everybody's a little bit more relaxed. You got the university, you get it. So he's talking about when you go to these outskirts, little towns, this shit still exists.
Very much so. Just like those pages for stupid people with their stupid ideas, because they have a group of people with them saying,
the fucked up thing is those people can get 1,000 people. We can't get 1,000 people to join. We got
64 subscribers?
Yeah. Now I hustled 3 this weekend, but we can't get a community that can agree with unification as just all together now. I don't think this year started this year. I think it started when Michael Jackson died. Now I'm going to go back, way back before.
Well, maybe that's correct, because when Michael Jackson died, a lot of good people started dying.
Yes.
And we only saw the famous people.
Yes.
How many other great people did we lose that nobody knew about?
So our grandparents' generation, all my grandparents are dead. All of them. All the way across the board. Mom, dad side.
Sad face.
All of them. And that above 60 is teetering off. Below 40 to 60, chunks of those are piecing off. My dad passed away. Also sad. I lost my uncle, my aunt, my cousin. I've lost a lot of people in these realms. And these good people are teetering off, and this new generation that has been brought up into this world, they think nobody gives a shit about them because of stickers. This is really kind of draws in from this. So now again, so we don't have the 40, 50, and 60-year-olds talking to the young kids anymore. We got 20 and 30-year-olds that are out there rioting, talking to their kids about, oh, what did mommy and daddy do today? Oh, we went out and set some shit on fire because people hate what your skin looks like. And now we've got this ring of hate that it did not exist 20 years ago. There was always hate. But I don't think it was so rampant because it's been built up by media.
I think.
And social media.
That's what it is. Overall, it's the fact that these towns and pockets exist. And
they can get on the internet.
Now they can get on the internet and talk to other towns.
So Cletus out here is burning crosses on the front lawn and taking pictures, putting that shit on Instagram. Look at me. Fuck y'all. Ooh! That's what happens.
And then Bubba sees that shit over there on his smartphone.
Yeah. Look, I just got the new Apple One. And they look it up and see more hate of a dude
burning cross on a loan
14 states away that they never would have met in their damn life, but now here they are on this platform that's been given to them talking hate, and then that pops up this guy, and then this guy, and then this guy.
Yeah, then they go on a rant about, oh, racism is on a surge. No,
it's not.
Out about it.
Yeah, you're just
like, no offense. I don't want to alienate any of the Save Our Children people because it's a good movement, and I just wish you guys would do it better.
The activeness is a good movement. Keep going.
Right, you guys are all. Yeah.
I wish I could really do more. Right. I don't want to talk shit on shit I can't do more on. Well, I know I can. Well,
I'm not hating on you guys. Like, you got good thoughts, keep screaming. But it's not that nobody ever cared. Again, same scenario. Now they're posting, look what we did more often, even though that's what they've always been doing. Like, if you as a Save Our Children person cannot or not accept the fact that Chris Hansen existed.
Yeah.
He had that TV show, regardless of what's going on now.
Yeah.
That existed.
Yeah.
So you can't say that people didn't know.
Yeah.
You can't say things weren't being done.
Yeah. And that was like a #1 show for a while, and people loved that. People were mimicking that in their own way.
Right.
And it was.
And then now we've got truckers against predators and stuff like that, which is amazing.
Amazing. Again, if you don't know about it, you should know about it. If you know about it, everyone knows about it.
But other people, and again, they're just like, oh yeah, look at all these busts they're doing now. No, and I've even challenged some of them and been kicked off some pages because I want to be a part of it, but I want to be a part of somebody that's doing something, not just talking.
That's why you should just follow the truckers.
Yeah, and one time I was like, the date of that article says 2009. Like, it's not now. I mean, yeah. If you look up stuff, you can see that they've always had a task force. They've always been busting people, and 7 times out of 10, it's in a drug house or related to a drug house. So
yeah, this has been going on for a long time. I mean, they've been fighting the Catholic Church for how many years? It's just because of the internet, it gives a platform for people to find.
Let's go ahead and alienate some people.
Pedophiles.
How long have they talked about the Pope and their whole?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got documentaries.
Been a running joke forever since I was a kid.
We've got documentaries out the ass about shit that happened years ago, and all these adults are coming out like, me. And That's
another thing that's like kind of screwy. Not that they again, don't take this wrong. I'm just talking about it.
That's what the problem. Okay, real quick, we're too fucking real for people sometimes because it's not that we're saying anything false. We're just saying things that are real and people can't handle the truth.
I just don't want anybody to misconceive and say I'm trying to. I can't even say the words in that order. Support things that should never be supported. There you go.
Okay.
And that's just definitely not the case. But, hold on, I lost my train of thought.
Catholics.
Hope.
Children.
Oh, so anyways.
Like, subscribe, join the conversation.
Again, with the internet and the ability for people to share their stories, there's so much more coming to light because people are seeing other people
that agree with
enough people that are saying, me
too.
That they feel like they can come in and say, yeah, me too.
And especially when you're doing something gross and disgusting, because you have this wall of shame you could hide behind and pretend to be anybody you want, and then you can go even further and delve into the dark web, and then you can really be anybody you want, and then get anything you want. So, good job.
You're doing great.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I don't get it.
We need Superman.
We need somebody that can do something because nobody
is doing nothing.
Going to come together. Yeah, they're not going to do anything.
Our government doesn't give a shit.
Complaining about how nobody's doing anything.
Speaking of this,
don't like this. Somebody needs to change it.
Well, then, if you took care of your own damn kid. Go straight into this because I feel, again, with the government, we can talk about it. How do y'all feel about the presidency? Again, I think we need to take a breath and just.
Since we've already alienated a couple people.
Yeah, nobody's.
Honestly, we were watching like his little speech thing at the whatever center. The Chase, whatever, I think it was.
Yeah.
But anyways.
I don't know if that's the inaugural speech. It's just like I won speech.
Yeah, it just says, hey, I'm right here. Hey, check this out. So I won, right? But anyways, he was saying some legit stuff.
Yes.
Like, I was trying to leave my man's house here, and it was really hard for me to leave because this man was spitting some hot fire.
Yeah, he was
dude,
coherent. And I was talking with my neighbor. I think it has to do with him not being in a room with Trump. And I think that's because it's hard to talk and get your views out when you got someone telling you you're a dummy all the time, the whole time, and you're full of shit. Like when he's by himself, he's only tripped over his tongue one time. And people do that. I do that. Watch the show. I do that all the time. Sometimes I don't even know what I'm going to say. See right there.
Shit, I just forgot my whole train of thought.
Yeah.
10 seconds ago.
So people do that. That's again why we go live. That's why I like the premise. But watch his speech. I was at 26,000 when I watched it. It went up to 500,000 the next day. Like, good. People are paying attention because I know nobody watches this.
As my girlfriend said, and a lot of people are probably try to say, is, that's just him saying stuff, though.
Of
they
course.
all say stuff. Yes, absolutely.
I went to the same
margin. But all we can do, as we always do in the other side of the line, is hope they're not lying.
Just accept for now. We're stuck with them for 4 years. You can't do shit about it. Let's just take a breath and come together because it has begun. Title of the show. And for you people that already know the game and the movie, subsequently, it has begun. We're stuck with it. We deal with it, whatever side you're on, red, blue, vote, no vote. Foreigners that for some reason give so much shits about America because it affects you too. Let's just do it.
Are foreigners still coming to America like they used to?
Oh, I wouldn't.
Oh, yeah, I know. I don't think...
We're not as appealing as we used to be.
Yeah, I think back in the day it used to be really appealing. And
90s?
Now we're just the biggest joke of the whole world.
Because
You want to talk about some kind of racism? Go any other country as an American and look how you're treated.
right. I don't know if there's a country out there that happens to click on this show, understands what I'm saying, and makes it 25 minutes into the episode. Tell me if your country likes us. Hashtag does your country
they
like
get
us?
lots of memes out of us.
That's what I'm saying.
I bet we have many, many, many memes in other countries. China probably laughs at us on a daily.
Yeah, because they're almost done with the virus problem. They almost got their shit back to normal. Look it up. Like, I talked to a lady with her daughter straight from China. Like, she's there right now talking to her on the phone. And, like, yeah, most of the people apparently already wore masks anyway. So they were kind of.
Yeah, that has been a big China thing.
So they kind of were
you
used
look
to.
at any China documentary, yeah, they've got some kind of face something.
Every other. So they're like, whatever, we're good. But their stuff that has calmed down and yada yada. We're a laughing stock.
And that's sad, guys. That's
We've got
sad.
a
If you
whole-
want to be sad about anything, be sad about how the rest of the world looks at America now.
We've got, and I'm not saying every single one of them, but we've got a whole generation.
And that includes you, Texas. Don't think you're yourself down there. You're still included with the United States of America.
Yeah, just because we don't understand what you're saying when you talk doesn't mean you're not speaking English and part of America.
Right. You're not yourself. You're still United States of America.
You get the
You're
joke?
Americans.
Can you like and subscribe and join the conversation? You Texas. Tell me something.
Hey,
Tell
you
me
guys
hate
are
me.
you guys are pretty good drivers, though. I'll give you that.
For sure.
It's
Oh,
like
man.
75-25 to good to bad drivers with a Texas license
For
plate.
sure. 5 lanes, they're all doing the same speed limit, NASCAR style, in and out.
They know how to get over if
they're
somebody's
using their
doing 10 more than
blinkers.
them. Like,
Props
it's
to
really
Texas,
not
big
hard
city.
to jump over for 5 seconds, especially if you see somebody coming and they don't have to slow down. It's going to take 5 seconds. for them to
Arkansas
pass
is
you.
full of monkeys that are just beating their brains against the steering wheel as they drive down the road because they don't know where the blinkers are. They
This
don't
lady
know there's
merging
other
onto the
people
highway
on the
at 45
road.
miles an hour because she's looking at her cell phone.
They don't know that really in 6 minutes you're going to be able to look at your cell phone again.
This one hurts me so bad.
Arkansas is full of morons. Prove me wrong.
MLK, either under the bridge
Driving.
or coming from the east part of town, making the right to get on the highway there at MLK.
Yeah.
The 3 lanes.
Yep.
All the time.
Yep.
People sit there in that make a right lane
Yeah.
from the east direction.
And just wait for the
You
light.
just wait. I'm like,
And they-
that lane on the right is for you.
It's only for you.
Yes.
It was made for you, given to you in this moment to progress forward and advance the human fucking race.
The only time you cannot make that right is when the traffic
It's coming
from
at
south to north is traveling. Any other moment of the light, you can go right.
Yeah.
And it's a big intersection, so there's a lot of other moments
But that's-
besides south to north.
People also here don't know you can make a right on red. That's not a knowledgeable thing. That is not a thing.
Well, okay, and in Fayetteville, I'll give them a pass because it's like pretty 50-50 because of the collegeness on when you can and cannot make a right on red. Like, and whenever I make a right on
If there's
red,
no-
I always look for the sign.
Yeah, if there's no sign, yeah, look for the
It's
sign.
pretty 50-50.
Again, it tells you because you are driving a 2,000-pound piece of metal and they instruct you on how to drive. There's signs everywhere.
They're usually about 38 to 45.
You know where those signs are not? On your fucking phone. They're out there.
I don't know. Google Maps tells you the speed limit.
No, you're stupid.
It is very convenient to try.
This thing right here is like one way. Right here it's like left turn only. Right here it's
Now, if Google Maps can figure out how to not put me in somebody's backyard when I'm trying to find a gas station in a completely different town,
Yeah.
that would be nice.
Well, that's a different, whole nother level. But still use your blinker.
Please, dear God.
Just use, again, if I'm wrong, Arkansas, prove me wrong. Just everybody start using the blinker and tell me I'm an asshole. Please, bring it.
I am an asshole because if I know you're going to come over, but I know you're not going to use your blinker because, people that use their blinker use it at an appropriate time. You can tell when somebody's like trying to get ahead of you so they can just jump in front of you or whatever.
Use your blinker, I'll let you over.
Right. Every time.
Because that's what
you put your
it's
blinker on, if I'm
for.
next to you, I will slam on my brakes and give you the space.
You know,
But if you try to muscle me for that spot, we can have at it, buddy. It's just a car.
because everybody's right hand works really well. Why can't your left hand do this?
You know, if you're holding on to the steering wheel, and you just stick your hand out, that's all you gotta do. You don't even have to do the flick, just turn the wheel. It'll automatically signal for you.
Maybe in Arkansas, when you get your driver's license in the state, they just
That
automatically smash your left hand
No.
with a hammer.
What they should do is have like the kid's wheel at the park.
Yeah.
But the whole dash right there on like a little standing level wall.
Show me how to.
Walk up to over there and do a left signal, please.
Yeah. And if you can't, and they immediately, they'll just pull up their phone. Oh, you fail right there.
No, that's it. You're
Yeah.
done.
Oh, we lost somebody.
Oh,
We lost somebody that
they
doesn't know how to drive.
so much.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, Texas people, they use their shit. They don't know. Arkansas,
But again, they can drive. They
They
can
can drive.
do 90 miles an hour in the
Missouri?
fast lane on their phone.
they know how to do that.
They can do that.
Oh, well.
Can we talk about Alabama? I don't know.
I don't
what
know.
they do in Alabama.
I don't know what
God.
they do.
No, just the people. I see Alabamans from time to time.
For
They
Alabamians?
never know what they're doing.
Here?
Yeah.
How do you know they're from Alabama? They got a
A
shirt.
license plate. Yeah, I'm talking about license plate.
Okay.
Earlier when I
I'm from
mentioned-
Alabama, just walking around staring.
Oh, hey, you want to talk about other states though? But Ohio was pretty legit.
Yeah, I see.
Except for, like their high traffic time got a little crazy, but any other moment of the day, it was
California's
very
got
legit.
it. They're just fast.
Oh yeah, it's a full race. Like you've got 5 lanes in most places that you go. The right 2 are for the people that don't want to be in the race, and the left 3 are for the people that want to be in the race.
And the crazy shit is they don't just have 5 lanes on the highway. They got them on like side streets. Like,
yes.
It's like
Yeah.
Big main streets that just run up and down with 3 or 4 lanes.
I think for maybe 10 miles between Vallejo and Sacramento, there's 2-lane road.
Yeah.
Everything else is 3+.
Yeah. Because there's that Watts that runs that. There's that one. I think it's Watts, but it changes like 5 times as you go north.
We used to drive from Vallejo to Tracy, and that's 5 lanes the whole way.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So much. And then they got a tram and a trolley. Okay, again, equivalency. That's 250,000 people in Sacramento. This is 75,000. Okay, I get it. Not so much. Plus,
and they still haven't figured out in Sacramento. And if you've never been to Sacramento, as you start to get into the older parts of Sacramento, it gets really confusing because what it is it's a bunch of one-way streets modified to be two-way streets.
Yes.
So the whole layout's fucked up for two-way driving. But
real tight.
If you can figure it out, which most people can, then
I'm really curious who we lost.
I mean, I'm kind of curious on who the one person is because
It's probably just the YouTube.
if it was
owner.
Colin and Randy, somebody would have said something already.
Does my head look tiny?
A little bit.
Oh my god!
For the aspect ratio,
Oh.
I mean, now you just look really tall, which you are, but
I am really tall. You guys should see me in real life. Come knock on the door. You can join the conversation.
right?
You can find me.
Well, you gotta come through the front door, and then is it through the first corridor, or do you immediately make a right?
I think you go through the first.
You go straight under the stairs, like we got the two dual
the little
left-right
Scarface style.
Yeah, Scarface style, except there's no pond there. It's just a big opening into a big corridor, into a big room. You go through the big room, and then you make the right at that next hallway. So you look straight.
And they go up the spiral staircase.
Go up the spiral staircase, and then make a left. And at the end, you'll only be able to make a right. You make that right.
Then you find the troll. You got to answer the riddle.
There is that bridge in the hallway.
Yeah.
There is the bridge.
You might get a piece of candy if you answer
It's
the
not a
riddle.
very treacherous bridge. It's just like the shaky bridge at the park, but the troll was just a nice touch.
Where's all our viewers? They probably don't know we're here.
No,
that bell should be on, you sons of bitches.
Right, if you had the bell on, this would not be an issue.
And if you've made it this far, future people, you need to be here live.
This one person that's here, YouTube moderator.
That's a YouTube moderator. That's guaranteed. That's all they are.
If you are just a random person, you don't even have to say anything. Just put a dot and hit enter so we can see what you're doing. You're here.
Yeah, we'll acknowledge your existence.
7745.
Do we have a space cat in the audience?
I don't know.
We got one thumbs up. Was that you?
No, I haven't thumbs up yet.
Nice. That means we got.
So the one person that was waiting, whoever the one person that was
probably
waiting.
Colin.
Colin, are you playing video games? Acknowledge if you can hear me.
Has one of my new people hopped in and don't understand what's going on?
We just seen you, other person, coming in.
We got a second light.
We are talking about our person being there. So who's the second person?
See, we do engage with our audience. When our audience engages with us, you can see we can talk by ourselves. We can rant and rave about many different things.
I mean, we've
because
basically been doing that for 35 minutes.
That's all we have. We really have. We haven't talked to anybody. Nobody has acknowledged their existence.
We haven't even said what's in the cup.
Randy usually jumps in and says something. I know they're very busy doing.
They are very busy. We're not knocking you guys.
No, never.
Sure. I hope everything's going
Randy
really well.
and Colin are
We've
two
been
most
seeing some good
infamous.
updates lately. I don't know if you're friends with them on Facebook.
Well, I see them on Instagram. I watch them.
Ah.
I see them on Instagram.
Oh, we lost.
We lost them. Son of a bitch!
Oh, I was playing a game for sure.
Thank you, Colin.
Thank you, Mr. Colin. I hope you're doing well. You're playing a game, so that means you're chillaxing at some rate.
I hope you're winning. You're fine, bro. We know you're there listening. We appreciate the love. We got a few new subscribers. We're trying to appeal to everybody, but I think tonight we might piss some people off. I did hear something on a song. It was a famous quote. If you don't mind, real quick, Google that quote. It was said by a famous person. I want to get the name of this person. This quote says, "Power doesn't corrupt people. People corrupt power," which is tremendous words.
And extremely factual.
And very on point to what's going on in the world. So she was playing a game too. Randy, thank you. We're playing your favorite game. Guys, if you made it this far, we should have introduced this earlier to appeal to the new audience. But what's in the cup? But power doesn't corrupt people. People corrupt power. And so on point. It's just the same thing as bullets don't kill people. People kill people. People are evil. Not everybody, but people are.
Yeah.
And we're trying to, what?
I never realized
Quell that. Here.
how small town Benicia was. It's only 29,000 people to our 125,000 people.
Small town white one? Oh. Did you look at the quote?
Yeah, it was William Gaddis. Gaddis.
William Gaddis. Gaddis. Water, tea, ramen noodles, milk, pink Powerade. No.
Hey, calm down, future person there. We were talking about putting random things in the cup to try to throw people off, and here she is throwing ramen noodles into the mix.
That's a pretty good one. I like that idea.
Right.
Well, remember what we talked about last week?
I mean, one day.
You forgot the thing, but we had other things we were thinking
Alright,
about.
we were doing a bunch of stuff.
Life
change the day and all this good stuff.
There is a chance the show might not even exist after this week if I don't have a place to stay.
Too real.
Too real. But that's life. I mean, I'm trying. I don't know. Things aren't working like they should. But that's life, guys, right? We suffer. And that's what I'm hoping with this whole change of direction from the higher ups, that maybe some strangleholds will be let loose, because it is just drowning down here at the bottom. Y'all feel me? Like, if you are still here, you understand. Again, we're trying to relate to our audience so we can have real life. That's all we want to talk about. Well, I mean, we're talking about funny shit too. Our past episodes, we've talked about the movies, hinting at the things we want to do in the future, and once things. Children's Bunny Ranch. Our ideas are progressing into merging with other ideas. I've built other concepts, and one of these days, we'll see. I don't know. Everything's choking. Just a lot. All the hate, all the money, all the politics, all the religion. That's why I put out those 4 ridiculous videos, because that's my thoughts on it. I don't want to think about it. I know that's essentially probably what I was getting at. I don't want to think about it. Like, let's move forward. Everything sucks. Everything.
It made me think of one of my favorite Davis Morris songs, where he's all like, "Everything sucks, but I'm doing great." I'm like, I get it, man. I get it. I do.
Again, that's why I don't usually complain, because there are people way worse, suffering through things way worse right now, audience members. So, I mean, we're all suffering. This year has just sucked the world into a toilet.
I was just about to mention that, about how just crazy this part of the year is getting. And I was thinking, one of the hardest mid-levels in a video game is always followed by a cool level. Something you run through.
Some bonus level.
You
get a bunch of coins.
Stuff like that.
Just a big bag of coins.
For sure.
That's my pie.
So, that's your pie. And, so hopefully, as we round out the end of the year, I think we're seeing a lot of Christmas lights and stuff like that. Not just because that's what normally happens, but because a lot of people want to get into that spirit.
Yeah, we're trying to get it. That's what last episode was, trying to get into the spirit of the season. We've got 3 holidays. 1, 2, 3 right in a row.
Lots of holidays season. Coming up. So
started with the Halloween.
Maybe this can bring people
Oh, we
back.
lost people.
Oh, I don't have a family.
I can't relate. I don't have anybody in my life. Damn, bro. Family can be friends. Friends are family. We all got friends.
I do have some very good friends.
I got people that aren't blood that I have to
family.
talk to.
You, for sure, man. I feel so bad. For me, it's so social because you meet so many people. And at some point, you acquire so many core people that it's hard to keep track of them all.
Yeah, and I try to. That's why I feel bad because I've got people I've talked to over the years. Some are going through some shit. I even message them because I get so caught up. We get so caught up on our own drama.
And this year has definitely been full of drama.
Like this past 4 months of just and trying to make sure that's been my job for years, is just to make sure my friends, even if it's just a text an ear for them to talk to, and I've been that guy, and it's been like reversed. Now I gotta ask people for help, and it just sucks because I don't know what to do when the people come, because the same people are still asking me for help. That's where the baby Jesus came from. At baby Jesus 816 on Instagram. Look it up. So yeah, we're all just trying to make it. We made it to the election. This whole year started with
Biden won, so now we got to figure out what we're going to do with ourselves. And as we've highly suggested throughout this episode, just get the fuck over.
Everybody.
And go on about your life, because that's all you can do, and there's no point in complaining or trying to hate other people because of it.
Right.
And it's not going to make life any better. It's not going to fix anything. It's not going to help us move in the right direction, and it's definitely not going to bring us together, which is what we need more now than ever.
Yep.
I know a lot of people might not listen to these very specific artists, but we've been watching many artists here just in the last few days, all talking about these very specific situations, and they're not wrong.
And when they have 1 million views each, we know that everybody is feeling the same thing. Some people are reacting different. Some of us are hiding.
You might say 1 million views. What? I mean, in the first day.
In the first day.
In the first day, these videos.
Pops Tom McDonald all the way. And then we listen to I Prevail with Joyce Lerner. And then Chris Webby, holy shit.
Oh, man. Hey, go check that one
Dark
out.
Thoughts, number 4. Chris Webby, that dude. I knew he was political, but that guy's got some speech on him. He's talking too real. But that's the kind of people we reach. Those kind of people, because we have to accept the real. This life is not a video game. I tell myself this all the time. Like, you know how you sit in bed yourself and thinking that some magical thing is gonna happen while you're sleeping. You're gonna wake up in that moment. You're gonna have your yeah moment in the morning. That shit doesn't fucking happen. For 99.9% of the people on the planet, and that's all of us.
You know who that other 1% is? The people that tell us what to do.
Yeah. They wake up and are handed a handful of, hey, you think just like me because I'm a piece of shit, so go tell everybody else what to do.
Right.
Why don't we get a vote in our congressman?
Yeah, why don't our votes directly count? Why do we have other people to vote for
we
us?
could vote for mayors. We could vote for like our state, but there's certain.
But this electoral college.
Yeah.
Who are those people? We didn't vote for them. I've never heard a vote for the electoral college people. I mean, if you're gonna pick somebody to be your jury, it shouldn't be random.
I feel like it's the same concept as like the people who rate movies. It's one family. The people that run all the oil is one family. The people that run all the TV, it's one family. The people that run all the elections is one family. That's the electoral college. I don't know. Tell me otherwise. Who are these people? Say it in the comments. Send me links. Send me something. Tell me we're stupid, because we don't know. We learned this shit back in the 90s. I have never heard a name. This is John Smith of Electoral College, member number 12, or whatever. How many members are there? Is it one for the person?
538.
Thank you. Okay, because so it's per. That's okay. So are we going to assume that the number per state represents each one maybe represents a person? So if you have 13 electoral votes for your state, maybe that's 13 people that are taking the opinions of their state into consideration, and the majority of those wins the states.
Yeah, because here's the issue in the whole scenario.
Don't know.
So obviously, it's a little difficult to think of compiling 38 million different mindsets together.
Right.
But you're already doing that by creating the poll.
Right. And
so why do we need to go another step
and add another layer?
Hire people to talk about what these 38 million people want.
And if I'm incorrect too, when I was watching the live stuff, the live feeds, those bars that were moving at certain points were the amount of votes. So you have that information, so you know what the people want. And they generally, I don't remember an election, a presidential election, that the people voted the opposite of the electoral college. I don't recall this. Again, if there's been one in our lifetime, let me know. I was born in the 80s, beginning. But I don't remember that ever happening.
What do you mean?
Like, the people all vote blue. We got 51% blue, 49% red, but the electoral college voted red over blue. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, you know the question I'm trying to ask you, to Google that. Okay, we're going to find this out right now. Again, I've been trying to understand, you watch videos and you hear this, and I don't know. Who do you trust? It even boils down to that. Who do you trust in politics? Who do you trust anymore at all? Again, that's why we're trying to build this community of people that understand us, enjoy our content, because sometimes it's hard to tell real people. I have suffered from that this year a couple times, trusting people I shouldn't have. Things happen. So we're trying to find people with like minds. Again, if you've made it 50 minutes into the show, you get this future. We go live on purpose. We don't cut it down. This is kind of like a radio show.
So without going into detail, it says right here that a number of times in our history, the person who took the White House did not receive the most popular votes.
It's all about electoral. Again.
Which was leading to me saying the problem with that is those people can be bought out.
Because again, who are they?
You can't buy off the Americans, and they knew that. That's why they dangled the check in front of our face and said, "Hey, you want it? You want it? You want it? You want it?"
People
it never mattered. That's why we never were gonna get it.
They're learning this year how to manipulate us more than ever before.
Well, yeah, because they've got more and more technology to spy on us.
Well, they've been using so many elements this year.
All
insects, food, diseases, plague, race, riots, and Antifa. They infiltrated Antifa and
they Hail Married.
Which one?
The government. The government
with Ebola?
Hail Married on the fucking population. They said, "What do you want to try next?" Everything.
All year.
What?
They whipped
everything.
It all up.
Every month. New chapter.
So I feel like there's somebody up there just taking notes. Like this one worked. This let's see the corona worked. The wasp didn't. The race wars worked. The Ebola didn't. That's just what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. And next year, don't be surprised if they drop a big thing. Now I'm not saying our change of government colors, red to blue, might go back to Obama feel. Again, he was under Obama. To me, Obama was out of the past fucking 20 years. He's one of the best ones that I can think of. I don't know.
Personally, I've thrown away all the Clinton years.
Yeah.
That's just wiped from my book. We survived. It's gone.
Yeah. An alcoholic dude that liked to jerk off on. No big deal. I've met those people.
I mean, as an exhibitionist, what's the best, better than getting a blowjob?
And the more again you hear about
a speech to thousands of people
right afterwards.
Was it? I thought it was during.
Did he get? No.
I thought it was like a magic.
I don't think he got
podium stage trick.
That might have been a rumor. But I don't know. After I've heard all the shit about the Clintons anyway, I hope they all somebody hangs him in the middle of a courtyard somewhere. Nasty ass. Just truckers go after the Clintons. That'd be hilarious. That's why we need to do that movie thing. Remember that sketch?
That can never happen. We're already worried about Tom McDonald and all those people that put out all these songs we just talked about.
Yeah.
If any of those people kill themselves,
yeah,
we're definitely going Epstein on their ass.
Yeah.
Tom McDonald didn't kill himself. Never. He's on top of his game.
Because
he's at the top.
The world can't handle a mirror turned back on itself. Nobody wants to see themselves for what they really are.
Do you think that's why this whole, on the opposite end of nobody can mind their own business, the blame game is because nobody wants to, again, nobody wants to talk about the issue. Sometimes the issue is how you're thinking.
That's a psychological, it's deference or deterrence, whatever, deflection. You're trying to, that's a tactic women use to win arguments. I'm going to say that.
I've been talking to so many women directly about their
nothing wrong with them. I love them. Love all of them. I can listen to them and talk to them all day long. But when you're with your boyfriend, you deflect whenever you're on point with some sort of logic and they caught you in something. There's deflection and you talk about some other shit. But anyway, that's just redirecting the. If you can't stay on point on topic about that, you did this while you did that's deflection. That's what the entire debates were. Deflection.
Well, yeah, because women can't talk about what their problem is because they don't even know what their problem is.
Right. That's a lot of the issue too.
And that's why we can never get a manual, because if you sat a woman down and said, "What's your deal?"
They can't.
There's no words. There's no words.
There's a look.
Whatsoever.
You can turn the page and there's just some girl just staring. She's like, oh shit. She's mad.
We've learned little things like, yeah, fine, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there's no book for
No.
when she just walks through the room, quietly looks at you, and then walks away. Like
there's like 8 to 10 to 12, 14 things that look could have been.
Yeah.
Like, what did I leave on the
explaining to a
floor?
friend,
What did I forget to do?
guys are so simple. We have 4 switches. They're all the same. Doesn't matter what language is underneath that button. They're all the same. No matter what it is, all the same. Girls have 56 switches. They're always changing. Every time you look away, you look back. It's just like Grand Theft Auto. All that shit you were just looking at is gone. And it's a whole new scene
It's a
now.
whole new scene.
Like,
And that's just real talk. I mean, men and women are different. There was a book written back in the 80s or 70s or something. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. And that's a good thing. We just think different. And we accept that. We're not talking shit. This is acceptance and understanding.
I'm just saying, you guys are a little difficult to understand because you don't know how to explain yourself, but you expect us to understand it with no explanation of what the hell we're dealing with at all.
We understand that we don't understand. You get that? Like, we will never understand, but we understand that.
But you have to be able to look in that mirror and say, I'm difficult to understand. I need to give some credit here
Right.
where credit is due,
So,
instead of being upset.
when you're
that we
screaming
can't-
at your man about something and he's not responding correctly, it's not because he's not listening. It's
You
because
give
he
him anything to respond
he
to.
doesn't know what the fuck to say. Because you said 6 or 7 different things, and we're trying to figure out what. And here's what I've learned, and that sometimes what I've learned is women don't want a response. They want just you to acknowledge you're listening. So you don't need to say things like, "Here's what you should do." You need to acknowledge their feelings and go more or less, "I'm sorry or I can understand how you feel. I can see where you're coming from." Just like get it.
Why is this like a hostage negotiation?
I don't know. Why is it so hard?
I can work with you. You
As
just
a-
have to budge a little bit.
Here we go. Here's a hot button topic right at the end. Why is this the toilet seat argument still a thing?
Why?
Why? I asked a girl this one time. Okay, so from my understanding, women get upset when the men do not put the whole seat down. They want us, after we're done peeing, to drop that down for them. Okay. Because a woman told me one time, if they go into the bathroom at night, they could fall into the toilet. My question is, why are you blindly just throwing your ass at anything without checking what is there first? And simply doing this, again, I think it comes to the blinker thing, to simply just do this to flick it down is easier than actually going against gravity and pulling something up. Just saying.
I don't have any like girls,
Right, in your
children.
circle.
but I got Tisha.
Yes.
You know, but she doesn't really complain about that. Obviously, she's outnumbered.
Yeah.
You know, and
So
with the kid boys, it's hard to teach them to put the toilet down
Right.
consistently. You try.
But you don't need them to because you don't want them to because they're not going to put it up when they go back the next time. They're going to peel over the toilet seat. So again, here's another detriment to the concept because now you've got little boys that, I don't know, it just doesn't.
I think it has to fit the scenario. So like on the opposite end, you
got a bunch of
our
girls.
neighbor down there with the girls and
Okay.
the fork.
Got
You know, he was outnumbered.
Right.
That's 4-1.
Again.
All right, man.
Got it.
You got to put the seat down.
And they're winning.
Yeah.
They're winning the overwhelming
because he had
numbers.
little ones though.
Yeah.
In that scenario, it's because the little ones.
Right.
You know, if he once they get to all 14 plus,
Right.
put your own seat down.
Right. Right. As an adult woman, again, why would you blindly just throw your ass at nothing before checking? And who goes to the bathroom in the dark anyway? I mean, nightlight, or maybe turn a hallway on, or something. At least something so you see a shadow. So I do.
Just your phone screen.
Yeah, just something to pee in the seat. Even with the toilet seat down, I still wouldn't just blindly throw my ass at a toilet seat. I don't know.
And maybe that's just us.
I just never have understood this argument, the logic. If you hate me and don't like what I'm saying, tell me I'm a stupid idiot.
Mr. Terry.
Okay. A courteous thing. Now, if it's doing it according to what Mr. Terry says right here, thank you for hopping in at the end. According to what he is saying, if you're doing it out of because they want to, just because they'd like you to,
now that's fair. That's fair.
Then I will
Mr. Terry's
absolutely
situation,
do it.
We happen to know that it's 50-50 in his establishment.
Right. And again, if they're just asking you to.
That's a nice thing.
If they're just asking you to, but all I'm trying to understand is the logic behind the argument. I do things outlandishly for ladies, baby mama especially, and I don't necessarily need to always, but I do. I just sometimes question logic, and that again, it comes back to that accepting of other people and their points of view. I just question it. I still do it. I still act. I'll still put the toilet seat down. I just don't understand the argument and why everybody gets so upset about it. We're ending on that.
No, we're going to end on why women are so worried about men and their circumcised or not circumcisedness of their bodies. Like, so many women argue the fact of, oh, well, it's such a bad thing. And I'm like,
have you ever had a wiener?
Yeah.
Even the fake
ones? Show me yours, please.
Yeah, and even the fake wieners, those aren't real wieners. Because you got it whatever form you wanted. Yours came preloaded. Ours came, we had to alter ours.
I can almost guarantee you that if you go get a fake one, it's probably not going to be uncircumcised. So there's that. Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks.
Have a great night.
Yeah, you guys. I hope you made it this far. If you did, you probably hate us by now. Like, subscribe, join the conversation. We'll see you next time. Remember, the only you need to be is you.
And in these trying times, even more, live it fully day.
Right at the end, Smoky Rabbit. Sup? Pick number 3, my lord. I appreciate you coming in, dropping bombs at the whole hour, but I love the love. Go back and watch the episode.
Up here in just a minute. Come back.
Yeah, come back, watch.
Subscribe. Leave some new comments.
If you understand the perspective you'll get, join our community. Be back here again. We're gonna post another video. Get the bell on.
Get the bell on.
Get the bell on.
We're so random. It's real life over here.
But we talk about real life. Go back, watch the episode. You'll get it. Thank you, Smokey, for coming in at the end. We already said what we need to say, so we'll see you next time. Peace.